Hello, I thought I'd do this video and introduce some beauty products that I use in my life. So it's kind of beauty tips, well-being tips and things that help me prepare for my wedding, but also on the days where I can be bothered to just really, maybe treat myself, look after myself. It's kind of things that I do on those kind of days. I don't stick to the routine daily. I should do really, but it'd be very quite high maintenance to do so, and I just don't have time to do that. So yeah, if you've got an event coming up, which obviously due to COVID, it's probably more people planning for weddings or holidays in the future, things like that. So this kind of prep would be good for you, especially in regards of like looking after your skin and just well-being in general. So I will try not to talk too much individually about each product because there's quite a lot to go through, and it's just more kind of introducing you to some things that I know work or that I can recommend. So I'm going to start with skincare, and I've not done my skincare yet today, so I'm going to do some little bits as I go along as well. And so skincare is so important. A lot of people always say to me that my skin's really good, and it's because I do use expensive products on my skin. I've also been, in the past, I used to go for facials every month as much as I could. Sometimes it was twice a month, 2 different facials, which I'll talk about later. So yeah, it's all like my makeup can go on nice most of the time because I look after my skin. So it's so important that you do that. So to start with, I'm going to cleanse. And this is Esper, so you'll see me use a lot of Esper. It is my personal favourite go-to for me. They do have a wide range of products to suit all skin types, so you need to kind of learn what you are as well: oily, dry, sensitive. And this one here, it has little micro beads in. It's quite expensive. That tube would be about £30, maybe a little bit less or a little bit over. I can't 100% remember, but you can see all the prices on the Esper website. But then I will recommend some different brands as well in a second. I'll show you. But this one has the little beads in, which can softly exfoliate the top layer of your skin, your dry skin, things like that. But it's ever so delicate. It is a everyday kind of cleanser, and it's fine to do that. But if it was really abrasive, I wouldn't use something so heavily micro beaded, not every day. And this is an Esper toner. I'm just using it on the pad and stuff to just take away that cleanser. I am purely using that instead of water just because I forgot to wet my pads. You can just use normal water, nice warm water, or you can use something like an actual face flannel. But a lot of my tan's coming off, so it looks like I'm really dirty, but it's tan. And what was I gonna say? But yeah, as this step, you can just use water to wipe away. With cleanser, I would actually do it through about three minutes at least. Take off that top layer of crap and dirt and makeup. And if you feel like you need to do it again because you've had loads of makeup on, you should do it again. You can cleanse twice. In some cases you have to, because if you've had loads of makeup on. So then the next step I would go on to, so we've cleansed maybe once or twice, and then you could go in and exfoliate. So this is my once a week exfoliant. This is a top secret product. I don't even want to share it because if you ever go online and it's sold out, I'll be gutted. But it's called Doctor's Scrub. And so when COVID hit, I used to go for my microderms once a month as much as I could. And obviously with COVID I couldn't, and I needed to find like a microderm in a tub, and a lot of reviews said this was that, and oh my god, it is so true. It is absolutely amazing. So it's, again, it's got obviously anything exfoliant on your skin. It's got little beads and grit kind of stuff in that you won't be able to see really. It's ever so fine looking. It is like sand in it, sand or sugar. And yeah, so you put it on the face like you would the cleanser, and then slowly exfoliate in kind of circles. So it is a little bit dry, this. So I'm just going to reactivate a little bit of wetness on my face for it to glide better. And you just gently massage in small circles around everywhere. Top lip, in your nose grooves. Careful around the eye. The eye is super sensitive. you can actually do more damage trying to do a lot around your eye than good. So a lot of products, unless it's eye cream or eye makeup remover, probably avoid your eye. So if I've got a little blemish here, so I can concentrate a little bit on that area, a little blemish there, and I would do this for at least 5 minutes. So you're getting a really good exfoliating session. So obviously I'm not going to do that for the camera because this video would just be really long. It's probably going to be long anyway. But yeah, this takes off even more layers of the top skin, any dry skin, just any dirt and grime from the makeup. It can help unclog pores, and it's just amazing. It really does do what it says on the tin. So on the packaging it says a daily facial exfoliator that adds hydration and removes dead surface cells, revealing brighter, radiant, healthy looking skin. I would not use this every day at all. It is too abrasive to use every day. Unless you've obviously got really dry skin and flaky skin, you could use it as much as you feel you need, but it could just probably make you a little bit too sore. So I'd use it at the most twice a week. But I use it once, but if I was going to use it a bit more, if I felt I needed to use it a bit more, I'd use it twice in a week. But yeah, I do feel it's unnecessary to use it any more than that. Wait a minute. Sorry, I just had to go and wet my cloth thing. Yeah, so instead of this step, you could always use the big cyclone kind of machines. I used to use that religiously as well, but mine, it just kind of, it was a cheap one, so it didn't last very well. So I haven't got one of them now. I could use that probably a little bit more often. I don't know if anyone knows what I mean, but it's like, you know, like kind of like one of those machines with the big heads on, exfoliating thing. They're really good as well. Do recommend them if you get one of them. But to wipe this off, use a nice warm flannel. You can just use your cotton pads again as well, but a flannel is just lovely. It's quicker. You can really get it nice and damp and beautiful, and it's just, yeah, feels beautiful on the skin, nice and soft. And with warm water as well, it's really good because it will help open those pores still to get that grime and dirt out. In fact, you could have actually used a little bit on your lips as well if you've got dry lips. Exfoliate is really good for your lips. Even though it might not say on the box it says for a face, you can still put it on your lips. Your lips are on your face. You haven't got to specifically get a lip scrub to scrub your lips. Don't forget your neck as well. Obviously I didn't do it, but as we get older, our neck ages first, and you'll see wrinkles in the neck first. So we do need to put any skincare down our neck and look after our neck as much as our face. So that's took off to a decent level. So then I would go in. This is like, you can do this every day, this product, and this is literally a absolute godsend secret. Like when I discovered this, I was just wowed. This crazy little device. So it's a New Face Mini. It is a petite facial toning device. Skincare is your nutrition. Microcurrent is your exercise. Just as exercise sculpts and tones the body, microcurrent contours and tones the face. And like exercise, microcurrent benefits are visible and long lasting with continued use. Love this. It's 34 years old. I need this in my life. You can use it every day. It takes between 5 and 20 minutes, as long as you feel you need. Anything I do say, do your research. Like, there's videos on how to use this. There's loads of reviews online. Don't just take my word for it, but I'm telling you, this is badass. I must say, I've not used it since Christmas because I've been a bit lazy. But I literally set an alarm every day, 8 PM, to remind me to use it because I just want to use it. And I've just been crossing it off. I've just been a bit lazy. But to use it, you need something like aloe vera gel. It does come with a gel. But obviously you go through it really quick. So then basically just aloe vera gel and other things can work. But I just know aloe vera gel is just something I use. So you smother your face in the aloe vera gel. Or I'd start from the bottom first, then do the head after. Turn it on. And it has 3 settings. So you got a light, a medium and a high. And then you can hear it beep every 5 seconds. So every 5 seconds it warns you to move on. So you follow the kind of massage techniques it says either in the book or on a YouTube video, and you kind of work it up, hold it in place for the 5 seconds, move on. And there's other techniques like you're dragging the skin, pushing up. It's like it won't do very well without a base on, and it also feels like it's electric shocking you a little bit. It don't hurt, but it feels like a slight little twangy weird pressure if you don't put enough cream on. So if you're feeling that, that's all the problem is. You need to put more cream on. But it is badass. Like when I've used it every day, you can tell quite immediately. I feel I can, like within a few days, I feel if I take a selfie or something, my face just looks firmer, it feels a bit tauter. It's just helping the collagen snap back into place a bit more. It's obviously not a facelift, but it's as good as that you can do at home. So this was kind of thing was invented with the electrocurrent. It was invented for people who have strokes. So obviously their face goes like this, and this was invented to bring it back up. So that is why such thing is existing in the beauty industry. The person who invented it for strokes just took it into the beauty industry. So when COVID hit, I was going for a microderm facial every month if I could afford it, with the Casey facial. So I would relate this to the Casey facial. So again, because I couldn't get my facials, I looked on the market, see if there was anything like this to replace my Casey facial, and there was. So it's expensive. I think it's like 130 to 120. But I paid about 110 on discount. No, like just sometimes I think it was Feel Unique, they just have discounts on. So yeah, I did get it at a discount price, and I used to pay £35 for my Casey facials, and this was way back probably June, July I got this. So if I had all them months that I've not had a Casey facial, it's already paid for this, and yet this is still mine. It's still going strong. I can use it every day, and it's just amazing. So this is a big expense, but if you're worried about aging, get it. You will love it. Well, I hope you love it. If you don't love it, sell it me, because I will buy it. I love it. That this is probably my favorite skincare product. I feel like I can't live without this now. I've got it in my life. So yeah, keep on top of that if you're going to do it. It really will make a difference. I mean, if you're probably under 25, you probably don't need it. 25 and over, our skin starts to lose its collagen and elasticity, and it starts to look a bit crappy, especially from 30 plus and 35 plus, you know, so on. So yeah, things like that are essential now to my age. So I would have started with my toner, my cleanser, cleanse once or twice if need be, then gone into my exfoliant. So this would be the one a week kind of technique, and then I'd go in with my new face, and then I'd go in with a face mask. So again, I'm sorry, I am a Esper whore. I just love Esper. I just literally brought all of my skincare, every step I need in Esper, because I just love it. So, but a face mask is a face mask. You can obviously get loads from Boots, and even Primark do some, and Superdrug, and different brands, Charlotte Tilbury, just loads of places, to be honest, like do face masks. So surely everyone knows how to do a face mask. You shouldn't need too much explaining. This is not enough. I'm not using loads purely because I'm just sitting here talking for a few minutes with it. If I was doing a full face for 10 minutes, I'd need at least double that amount, and you'd want to see your skin kind of coated all over, leaving out your eye area. So cover the whole face. Obviously here's just some other skin mask. I mean, I've got Nivea. Oh, I'll use those in a second. There, I think I got them from Primark. But yeah, you could just use just any face mask once a week after these steps. Just really good for your skin. You will notice a difference. It's just, so far we're taking off layers of the skin, the dirt and the crap, whereas this is just putting some hydration and goodness and vitamins back into the skin. So then, because obviously you leave your eyes exposed, just like in the films when they put a bit of cucumber around the eye, it's good for you because cucumber's cold, it's been in the fridge. So anything around your eye that's cold will just help the discoloration, it'll help the plumpiness, and you can also use these kind of little things. So, eye mask. If you feel that you have tired eyes, they're probably just dehydrated, and obviously you might not sleep well. Sometimes it's hereditary, and you could just basically get these once a week with your face mask, 10 minutes, sit, watch telly, make a cup of tea, be on your phone. Time will go fast. You can even leave it longer if you like, doesn't matter. But yeah, these were from Primark, and these are brilliant. Soothing eye patches with vitamin E. It comes with 15 treatments in it, and I think there was only a couple of quid, but I love them because they just stay cold. Like, they've just been in my makeup drawer, sealed in there. They haven't dried up. And yeah, they stay cold, they feel fresh. The lubricant stuff on it's really thin, so I can tell it's going to absorb into that area. And they really do work. Once I had a bride who had quite bad under eyes. Well, I get it quite a lot, but one particular one, she had it quite bad and she was conscious of it. So I said to her, get some eye patches. You can get any from anywhere. Anywhere sells them nowadays. Boots, eBay, Amazon, Superdrug, other, you know, higher brands, whatever your budget allows. And she did it, I think, a couple of times a week. I think I seen her, that was a trial, was 2 months before the wedding, and when I seen her on the wedding, under eye bags had reduced so much in discoloration, and even just the thickness of it, like it had made them puffier, it had made them puffier in a good way, it plumped up some collagen in there, it reduced the line and it reduced the discoloration, and they literally did work. So I recommend them greatly. Usually on my trials when I have with brides, I try and give them some, but this comes in a pack of multi-pack. Sometimes I have individual ones and I will give you one, because if you don't end up buying them, I will say put it on the morning of your wedding before I arrive. It just helps with layering up concealers, powders, because on our under eye, oh, sorry, my nose is a bit running. On our under eye, that is where it's the thinnest area and it doesn't take the makeup the best. So layering up the concealers, foundation, powders, it is, anyone 25, 30 plus, it is going to crease and crack under there, and this will just help prevent that. So it's just basically moisture for under your eyes. If you're moisturising your face, you might as well concentrate on your under eyes as well. So let me just take them off. I feel like I don't even want to take them off. They feel so good. And then again with the mask, with a nice warm flannel, face flannel, gently take off your mask after a good 10 minutes at least, really. And my skin now feels so soft, just feels beautiful. It's reduced my tan a little bit. This is why with tans, obviously people's face end up whiter than their body, because with so much skincare going on, it just takes off your tan. So it's a bit annoying, but I have a little tip for that as well in a minute. So all that's done, feel nice and fresh, skin feels clean and beautiful. Then it's time for your toner. So again, my Esper, love it. And this is a spray on toner. No need for cotton buds, no need to touch my face. Kind of letting the toner do its job, do what it's worth. Hydrating Floral Spa Fresh Mist. Again, this is expensive for a toner. I don't usually like spending a lot on toner, but I was doing well when I brought it and I thought I'd like to try it. And it's lasted me ages, to be honest. But I do mix it with different toners as well. So yeah, don't use it every day, and that's why it's lasted me well. So then going on now, so we've kind of done all the cleaning of the skin, all the pores have been opened and cleaned and now shut down with a toner. That's the whole point of a toner, it's meant to close our pores. Then you could go with some hyaluronic acid serum. This is so good, it has so many benefits for our skin, and as you can see, it's really watery. So this is going to absorb in the skin so good and do all the anti-aging benefits it needs. So I get quite a lot of creases around here, so I like to concentrate on it around there. And people's befores and afters that I've seen use this product is amazing. It really does do your skin wonders and help reduce fine lines, wrinkles and pores. So I highly recommend that. I feel like that's just gone straight in my skin. It's just, my skin has sucked it up. It needs it. So if it was night time, which it's not, it's daytime, I would then also go in with an oil serum. So this is again Esper, loads of brands do it. But it's an intense nourishing serum to strengthen skin's natural moisture barrier and help even skin tone while enhancing elasticity. Oh my god, I've just said that a minute ago. Why can't I say it now? Elasticity, oh forget it, you know what I mean, to help minimize the early signs of aging. suitable for all skin types. So even if you're an oily girl, you think I shouldn't put oil on my skin, that's a myth. That's not true. You can. Nighttime, yeah, for bed, it will all absorb in and do a good job. It might eventually help you stop being so oily. But yeah, I wouldn't put this under my foundation unless I was happy for a really hydrated, glowy look, and probably foundation that I know doesn't need to last very long, because you know oils can break down your foundations and stuff. So that is for nighttime use. And then I would go in with my normal moisturizer. So again, I'm sorry, it's got to be Espa for me, and I only need a little bit. And this is their Pro Moisture Optimal Skin Natural Rich Hydrator for Radiant Skin. Apply morning and night after cleansing and toning. Apply fingertips and tap on the face. So yeah, really I should be trying to not continue touching my skin too much. So yeah, pressing in is better than rubbing on. Kind of pressing it in, letting it absorb. Oh, what is that? Don't know what those white bits are. I'll wipe my hands. And then that would be my skincare pretty done. Like I said, I wouldn't use the Dr. Scrub every day, but you can use that every day if you wanted, at night time, not in the morning. Or if you did morning and night, I bet you'd look like that. So I just want to go into some alternative skincare brands that I know are good, because I know my friend Terry did tell me to suggest some like products. So if you couldn't afford Espa, I would definitely say check out the Ordinary brand. They have tons of skincare, like it's unbelievably overwhelming and confusing. So again, you'd probably have to do your research, what exact things you want, and then research into each thing. Because I mean, here I've got a 30% 2% peeling solution. That is really good. You put it on for 10 minutes. It makes your face look pinky red because it is a red product. And it does warn you that you will feel a slight warm burning sensation, but it's not overwhelming. It's not bad at all. But yeah, if it was ever burning too much on any product, stop using it. It's obviously not reacting very well with you. But this does warn you that you will kind of get that slight sensation. So when I've used it, it has worked. It does seem like my skin is good after. I just haven't used it enough. I stopped using it because obviously it must not have been that good. You know, like this, I go back to it time and time again because I know it works. Whereas that, it worked, but it wasn't as good as that exfoliant, if that makes sense. But it is still good. Yeah, it is nice. A nice caffeine eye drop solution. So just your under eye cream, but it's really thin and really cold. And yeah, it's got caffeine in it, which is meant to obviously help plump up that area, accelerate that area, and help reduce any bad coloration. So that's really nice. And I like the little thingy-majiggy because it's nice and cold, which again I said is good for your under eye. And then just another one, this is like another serum, really thin, marine hyaluronics, ultra lightweight hydration support. I've used this I use this on clients as their moisturizer, and it works amazing under makeup, like that other serum I used. That absorbs in your skin really quick. It's not oily, it's not creamy. It just absorbs in, and it's lovely. Really like that. And these range from probably like £5 to £8. Not expensive at all. Just going back to the other stuff I mentioned of my stuff, my Dr. Scrub, Dr. Scrub, that was about 45 quid. So it's expensive, but it's lasted me ages. You seen I only needed a little bit. This was about 30 quid. Again, probably about 40 quid for the serum, but it's lasted me ages. So Espa products are expensive, but they last a long time. Mask probably 35-40 quid. And my daily moisturizers, oh yeah, so my day moisturizer, but I've also got an overnight therapy moisturizer, and that is again for bedtime once a week. When I use this scrub, I'll use the overnight therapy one just to really push some moisture back in there. But otherwise I just use my Pro moisturizer day and night with the serums and everything else. Sorry if this is overwhelming. I know it's a lot. I've just over time increased my skincare so much because I just love it. So another cheap brand, Ember Release, really good moisturizer. You can use it as a makeup base and even a cleanser, and they do have other products. Their line's not as big, but they do have enough stuff in their line to be enough for a good skincare to have. Going up in price, you've got your Pixie. So beautiful serum, face serum from them, really nice, absorbs in really nice, probably about £20. And their face toners are really good. So when I said I was going between Esper and another toner, I've been using the Pixie. Has a lot of retinol and other healthy skin benefits in them. Again, it's worth doing your research, what you need for your skin, what you want for your skin, because it's a minefield out there. There is a lot, but you can always go off the brands I've recommended and then take it from there. I'm still learning when it comes to skincare. Things are changing all the time. There's new ingredients we're told about all the time. So, but yeah, that's £10 from Boots. You can get a larger bottle, but this is the like £10 testery kind of bottles. And there is another one that were a bit, you know, it's known for being better, or their popular one, and I've run out of that one because I did use it a lot. And I do feel like when you put it on a cotton bud and go over your face as the toner, it does shrink the pores. It really is a pore shrinking toner, that brand Pixie. Recommend it. And then also Bobbi Brown, I've only used their face base kind of moisturizer, which is amazing for under foundations, and their eye cream, but I do know that they do cleansers, toners and all that as well. And from what I've learned from these products that I do like, I feel that the rest of their products would be really good as well. And then just the last Esper product would be a lip balm. So kind of got to moisturize those lips. If you're a dry lip girl, I would say the Elizabeth Arden 24-hour one is amazing. I used to suffer with bad lips all the time, especially every winter, and whenever I use that, I feel like it fixed my lips for life. Like I've never had such dry bad lips since I used that product. So I highly recommend that if you're really getting sick of your dry lips. So go with the Elizabeth Arden. Treat yourself. It is expensive for a small tube, it's like 20 quid, but it really does work. And then, I mean, this was like 10 quid, an Esper one, it's lovely. And then you've got Pores and other brands as well. So especially if you're a bride to be, it's, you know, it's quite hard to do someone's lipstick with really dry lips. It will show. There's nothing we could do about it. And some people don't like to have a gloss on their lips, but a gloss would be the way forward with those kind of lips, because otherwise anything can just look too cakey and cracked on them. So I would recommend looking after your lips for sure. So this next product or products is for the people who have short eyelashes. I mean, I've got a few fake ones on today, fake strips. Lilash. If you feel that your eyelashes or eyebrows are crap and not growing, use this product and thank me later. It's amazing. So it literally is like a liner, clear gel liner. I'm going to do it even though I've got eyelashes on, but you shouldn't. You should have clean eyes, clean, no mascara, clean lashes. And then you, as you see, I just literally did a line on both eyes once a day, and your lashes within a week will look different. Within a month they will be transformed. They are amazing. But a cheaper alternative brand is X-Lash Pro. So I got this because I couldn't get Lilash, because Lilash is quite hard to get, but my friend can source it for me. But sometimes there's a period where she can't get none for a bit. So while I was waiting for that, I had to investigate and find a different cheaper brand. So yeah, come across the X-Lash Pro. So now I'll just kind of use that on my brows. While I've got this one, I'll just use that on my lash, use that on my brows. Because I lost a lot of hair when I had my eyebrows tattooed. The first woman who did it waxed my eyebrows like around here, and it's just never growing back properly. So yeah, just try and put it on there. It isn't technically designed for brows, but you can get a brow one. So I think it's just the same product in a different bottle, and it's just a selling technique. How can it be different? So Lilash, definitely try, highly recommend. I have put photos on my Instagram and stuff like that of where my lashes were so short and then they ended up being so long just by using this product. It's phenomenal. Honestly, can't shout out about it enough for lashes. It is a game changer for your lashes. So in regards is when you have a little blemish or spot, tea tree oil will be your best friend. So I'll put a little tiny bit on my finger, or really should use a cotton bud, and then I'll just put it on any blemish areas. I mean, mine ain't bad. I wouldn't be too bothered about mine at the minute. If you have a really gnarly, whiteheady, horrible sore one, or you know, you suffer with a few, get tea tree oil and do exactly what I've just done, once or twice a day, and then within a few days they should be zapped up. Tea tree oil is amazing for individual spots. So then I think that's it in regards to skincare. But what I will mention is, obviously you're doing all that skincare, you're looking after your skin, but then sometimes you can be going out in daylight and in the sun, so you need to wear sunscreen. Especially for me, I get really bad brown spots around my face and forehead, since I had my daughter 12 years ago. Like, it just happened since then, since I was pregnant, and it's awful in summer, so I have to wear quite high SPFs. So first one, I'll say this one's a cheap one, so cheap Rimmel one. It's Fix and Protect, so it's a makeup primer with SPF 25 in, but I did feel like this can be quite heavy under your foundation and can maybe make the foundation slide a little bit. So if you've got dry skin, brilliant. If you've got oily skin, I don't think you'd like this, and there are other lotions out on the market. But then you could combat that by, say, day-to-day wear. If you don't mind not a really full coverage, you can just wear tinted moisturisers. Actually, I'll talk about that one in a minute. So Laura Mercier is a really good one. The NARS is a good one. Laura Mercier's got SPF 20 in, and NARS is SPF 30. So that's a quick alternative to get your SPF and a quick flawless base in one. So quick job, out the door, go. And these do look like you have got a bit of foundation on as well without being too heavy. So I highly recommend these. They're really good. In fact, this is becoming my go-to day-to-day wear foundation. And even when I start to put a normal heavier foundation on now, I feel like I don't look as good as what this makes me. I'm surprised. It's probably an age thing. I'm going into more of a tinted moisturiser skincare or skin wear. So more full coverage SPF. This one's SPF 50. So this will be amazing for holidays. If you do your makeup for the evening to go out for dinner, but it's still sunny and light outside, you know, this would be perfect for that. Perfect here for summer as well, and just perfect for the girls who do care about their skin, want SPF, but also want a good coverage. Really cheap. Maybelline from Superdrug or Boots, probably like 10-11 quid or something. But yeah, I did have a facial chemical peel last year. The Alamere was recommended to me. So this is an SPF 40, and this is like a tinted moisturiser, but it's more SPF than the tinted moisturiser. It's just got a bit of a tint into it. So it has quite a white overcast a little bit if I was quite tanned, even though this is the medium shade, but it just can't, it's one of those that kind of start to look like skin, or your skin, and match your skin. So yeah, that's really good. SPF 40, it is high up there though. It's about £37, that one. I'm just going to wipe that off. So then, mentioning actual tans. So I've got a tan on at the minute, but because it's winter, I'm not going anywhere. I'm barely wearing anything that's revealing. I'm just literally using this Nip and Fab and clear water one. So when I seen people use clear water ones, I was so skeptical and thought they don't work like that. How does that work? It never made sense to me. So you literally could just spray it on. You can't see where it goes, which is the scary bit, because you're thinking, have I missed a bit? Is it going to go patchy? But it doesn't. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Like, my chest looks really nice and brown. I mean, I've been doing it quick anyway. I've not really been that bothered about it and being super perfect, but it's just an amazing top up. So if you're a normal tanner girl anyway, and you're finding, like what I said, because you cleanse, tone and moisturize, and your face is going a bit pale, just use this all over, and it just tops up your tan on your face. Like, because it's quite early now, it's about 11:30 or something. By 8:30 tonight, I will start to match my chest again, and it will just fix me, and it just looks gorgeous. This colour caramel of this brand is beautiful. I mean, I don't know whether you think it's beautiful. You can just kind of see it on my chest through my tattoos. But it's a really nice tan, and I'm quite fussy with tans. I know there's loads of brands out there, But I just tried this on a whim. I think it was on sale either in Boots or online or something. I got it in sale. I think it was about £8, and it's going to last forever because that fine mist is not wasted, none at all. So I've just let that dry. And I do go in for a second layer though. So ideally you want to be making sure you are covering your whole face. So you could do it in the shape of like a T. So forehead down the T-zone. So let's just do that. And then your side bits. Just make sure my ears and side are next done. But that's me just being quick with it. A day-to-day, like, oh, I want to look tan and just throw something on. In the summer, obviously, you can spray it all over, or have a tan all over, but it's a good quick one to fix any areas or just top up around your face and chest area, especially in winter. Obviously, if you're bride-to-be and you want to tan for your wedding day, if you're doing it naturally, or if you're a summer bride, be careful of straps. Obviously, you could go do some gardening, you go do shopping, you're wearing your straps, you don't think about it, and you can only be out in the sun for half hour, and before you know it, you've got tan lines, and you might actually be wearing a strapless dress. So be cautious of that for your event or wedding coming up. And then also maybe test a fake tan. If you are going to go for a fake tan with a beauty salon, or you're going to try it at home, or a friend or family member's doing it, test it before the day, because there's so many different tones and colours that suit people or don't suit people. Usually, I mean, 9.9 times out of 10 everyone suits any tan. But you might find that if you're a very fair woman and you've been white all your life, you might not want to go too brown. Or actually, if you feel like you want to go brown but the tan's a bit lighter and you're actually disappointed, you want it to go darker. So I would definitely test your tan whilst you can. Like, yeah, now it's perfect in lockdown. Get some self tanners at home and have a little go at home. But yeah, professionally it's also good to get done, but I would probably test it first just to make sure you're 100% happy with it. For my day, I tested about 10 different tans, and I still near the time weren't sure which one I wanted to go with. They was all fine, you know, and on me it was just the top bit showing anyway, so actually this would be fine because I just did my chest. My tattoos I could just go over a little bit, like, you know, it would be nice and easy, because actually in a wedding dress you don't have much skin on show. Let me just do my arm a little bit now. I don't want to have it one side done and one side not. So next thing I'll chat about is hair. So for me, anyone who knows me knows I had bad drama with my hair. I used to have half blonde this side, half brown, and the half blonde got really damaged and snapped off and broke, and it was a whole world of pain, of horribleness. It made me so insecure and just really miserable. But anyway, I think last year, was it last year? Yeah, someone suggested Olaplex again to me. So when the damage first had done, I didn't, they used Olaplex. So I lost the faith in Olaplex because everyone kept saying use Olaplex. And I thought, no, because they put that in the bleach and it still broke. But anyway, I gave it another try. So the most crucial one I'd say to get is number 3. So this is a bond strength thing. It repairs and strengthens all hair types, a bond builder. And it really does make your hair stronger so it stops breaking. So they would use 1 or 2 in a bleach if they have their bleached hair, if you bleach your hair, and then you'd use number 3 at home. It's kind of like a hair conditioner, but it's building the bonds. So you make sure you spray your hair down, wet it first, or you could just wash it in the shower as you come out, put this on, but be prepared to wash it out again either later or the next day. Leave it for a minimum of 10 minutes, but I leave mine overnight. And then, yeah, wash it out as normal. But if you can use Olaplex shampoo and conditioner as well, 4 and 5, I would recommend that, because between when I used that and the shampoo and conditioner, my hair grew loads. I mean, I had it cut for my birthday, but for what it was, it's leveling out on both sides now, and my hair's just done so much better since I've used Olaplex. And I also use the 6 and 7, which 6 is like a serum for helping frizz, and so is 7, it's just an oil version. They have introduced a 0, which I've only used twice, so I can't really say much on this. But to use number 3, you need to damp the hair first. It needs to be damp. So this is kind of introduced to be the wet for the hair, to damp your hair. But the woman who sold it to me did say spray your hair and wet it anyway, because then you won't use as much as the product. So yeah, I did that twice, and I hadn't noticed much difference, but I've not used it enough to know either, so I can't really say on that. But I've got so much faith in the Olaplex brand that I could imagine this does work and does help. So yeah, if you feel like if you've got bleached, dry, damaged hair from coloration too much and things like that, definitely try Olaplex. I don't think you use this on hair that's not been dyed or treated in some way. So if you want natural hair, I don't think this is what you need. Just research that and, you know, yeah, check that yourself. I'm not sure, but I definitely know that it helped me and my hair damage. So then going on to some teeth whitening now. So I'm not a massive religiously follower of teeth whitening. I don't do it all the time, but obviously I wanted to do it leading up to my wedding or certain events and things like that. And in general, as I'm getting older, I obviously my teeth are discolouring. I drink tea. I smoked fags on nights out and with my drinking alcohol. So yeah, I mean, they aren't too bad, and it's probably because of like this. So it's Crest teeth whitening toothpaste. It's amazing. So Crest also do whitening strips, and the strips are good, but they make your teeth really sensitive. So even once I put them on, I think within 10 minutes, you meant to leave them on for half hour, within 10 minutes I felt like I was having an electric shock in my mouth. It was so painful, I had to just rip them out really quick and wash my mouth. But also if you do leave them longer than the half hour, or even sometimes like I left it for 20 minutes and I still felt sensitive. Your teeth feel sensitive because it is taking obviously the top layers of your teeth off, like not top layers of your teeth as such, but the plaque and stuff around it. And sometimes it's that plaque that protects our teeth. I'm not sure, I don't know all the terminology, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, it, you know, it can be quite sensitive, whereas I don't find this is, and it is amazing. I've seen people's before and afters with it as well, which made me then buy it. The reviews were great. I've used it and it's great. The tubes lasted ages. I'd probably use this like leading up to event a couple of times in the week, or also at my wedding I was using it more than that, but I just don't use it every day. And I do pair it with like a high fluoride toothpaste just to protect my teeth really. So yeah, really recommend that. And then like these are the kind of strip things you can get. This is Dental 360, so it's kind of a bit like the Crest versions that do these, but just a different brand. So these are good, but I just don't tend to use these as much anymore because I do prefer to use this, because it was about £13 as well. And yeah, it's just lasted ages and it's just really good, and obviously you're getting clean fresh breath at the same time, so it does its job. But also in regards to teeth, I was recommended to get electric toothbrush last year, and I wished I did it sooner. Probably most people have one of these, but I thought I'd mention it because they really have helped clean my teeth. That sounds really weird. I do clean my teeth, but they just feel so much cleaner. Like you can tell you've had a proper clean with electric toothbrush, and I really wished I did it sooner. So I do recommend, if you haven't got an electric toothbrush and you're conscious about your teeth, or yeah, you want to treat yourself for your wedding, you want to try and get them as white as possible, just invest in that toothpaste and that toothbrush, and I think your teeth will be transformed. Let me know if anyone tries any of this stuff. Let me know. I'll be really like happy if it's worked really well for you. But with anything you do test, patch test it first as well, like, because we're all different. People's skins can react to something. You might be allergic to something you don't know. So yeah, because I'm quite sensitive skin, so that's why I kind of probably stick to what I know. Sometimes when I've tried new stuff, I can either just tell it's either not worked, or yeah, I'm sensitive to it. So yeah, test it first. So I'm just going on to some last final bits more about well-being now. So this is some things that help me with my sleep, my anxiety, and just general well-being. So I'll start with my absolute can't live without. So I get social anxiety, or just anxiety in general. It's because obviously life, the rat race of life, it can be hectic. Running a business, having a daughter, having a partner, trying to have a social life, trying to do all this self-care. There's just so much to do all the time. You know, I feel like I'm constantly like on edge. So try and combat that anyway with normal meditation, find time for you, exercising, writing things down, reading, just the normal nice stuff. But CBD has helped me massively. So I literally probably can't live without this stuff now. So I'll just show you how to use the oil. Just 1 or 2 drops under the tongue. A couple of minutes before you even drink or eat anything, just really let it absorb. That doesn't taste of it. I don't know if it's because I'm used to it or not, but it tasted something, but you know, it's not disgusting, it's not horrible, it shouldn't taste nasty. I have tried the Holland and Barrett one, and that was unbearably disgusting, made me feel sick, but it still worked. So that you could get them different percentages. If you haven't tried CBD, start at the low one. But it is, people think it's a drug, it's not, that's a myth. It's natural remedy, it's a natural thing. So it says on here, which one does it say on? Something about here. So CBD, cannabidiol, is an active substance found in hemp oil which is extracted from the leaves and plants. It is non-psychoactive, and the content of THC is tested on every batch to meet its requirements of no more than 1 milligram per bottle. So when people think, oh, you're going to have that, you're going to feel stoned, no, you don't. You won't even know you've had it. Apart from the fact that you're probably feeling less heart palpitations, less shaking, less agitated, feeling more comfortable, more relaxed. The only time, like when I started to take it at first, I used to think that it wasn't doing anything, so I actually stopped taking it. And then when I stopped taking it, my anxiety went through the roof, and then I thought, oh, maybe it was relaxing me a little bit, and it was. So if I don't take it every day now, because at the minute I don't feel too stressed to do so. Leading up to my wedding, I nearly had a mental breakdown. If it weren't for these, I think I would have done. So I just, at the minute, I'm taking day by day. I'm trying to enhance my skills, my life skills, my self-awareness, things like that. So I'm just ticking off to-do list every day. I do have good and bad days, so some days I'll take it, some days I don't feel I need to. So you haven't got to take it every day, although they say it's best to do so. But so this oil you just imitate, that will work in 20 to 30 minutes. It's fast acting. So the other one I showed was like capsules like that, so it's just like a vitamin, and if you took one of them, it could take about an hour to kick in. I say kick in, but you won't really know it's kicked in. So that's just the difference between capsule and oil. I do like the oil for the fact it's fast acting, but if you feel that you might be put off by the taste, then try the capsule. But I feel like you can control this more. So if one day you feel just a little bit stressed, just have a little drop. If you feel really stressed, you can have 3 or 4 drops, things like that. You can start to monitor how much you think you need. And like I said, it's fast acting as well. So yeah, if you're open-minded, you want to try it, do some research on it first. Do know it is natural, it's not drugs. I'm not trying to promote drugs to anybody. But it's helped my anxiety massively. It's helped people with some pain. They might need to take more for pain. I don't take it for pain, so I don't know. It helps with insomnia, just loads of health benefits CBD has, but I am more recommending it for the anxiety for sure. So if you're an anxious bride, stressed out with COVID times, or just a general person who is stressed out because of COVID anyway, and it's becoming unbearable to the point that you feel like you want to go doctors and have some medical help, look into that first, because I went doctors and they wanted to give me antidepressants, and I didn't want antidepressants. I didn't feel depressed, I just felt anxious, but they said that's the only thing that helped the anxiety. But then I know people who have them and don't come off the tablets, or there's side effects, and I just thought, no, I'd rather try and control it with my mind a bit, and then that just helped. So yeah, I feel so much better for not having to go to the doctors. Not that going to the doctors is a bad thing either, please don't think I'm saying that. So just following on from that, going into sleep patterns now. So I know as a stressed bride, or even events coming up, things like that, or just in general, I don't sleep very well. I'm really bad insomniac. So these little goodies have saved my sleep. They're amazing. I probably can't live without them again. But I do need to, you can't rely on things. So I just need to get in a better pattern, which I was getting into a better pattern. I used to take melatonin, 3 milligram. So this is 5 milligram now, but I used to take 3 milligram leading up to COVID, and I was exercising well, getting ready for my wedding, pumped up, sleeping better because I was exercising so well in the day and being so active that my sleeping pattern was getting better at night, to the fact of where I was almost ready to come off sleeping tablets. But when COVID hit, obviously I lost my career as such. Just obviously the world flipped upside down for everyone, didn't it? So I sleep insomnia, I just couldn't sleep. I was like, my partner would be waking up 7 in the morning, and I'm like, I've been awake all night, I've not slept, and it's like, fucking hell, you're nuts. But I'm like, I can't help it, my mind was just racing. So I upped the dose to 5 milligram. So yeah, these ones you can actually just chew. They're strawberry flavoured, taste fine. Take them about 20 minutes before you're ready to go sleep, and they do help you sleep. They don't make you drowsy the next day. You don't feel like you've had sleeping tablets. It's not like something probably that the doctor would prescribe. They're really, really good, and it's natural as well. So melatonin, I tried to read up on about it. I probably can't describe it too well, but melatonin we have in us, I think it's something to do with around here, a bit like a third eye thing going on, but it's like it knows when it's light or dark. So when you lack melatonin, it still thinks it's light. So obviously our natural kind of sleeping pattern is we go to sleep when it's dark. So something like that, it's to do with that. So it can't, basically if you're lacking melatonin, you don't know it's kind of bedtime. Something like that. Research it, it's quite interesting. But yeah, so melatonin is something natural we produce, and this is just putting that natural thing, enhancing it a bit more. But yeah, so 5-HTP as well. Someone recommended this to me. So neurotransmitter supports a positive mood. Obviously through COVID stress and wedding stress, I was really anxious, and then depression was kicking in as well. But this is to the immediate metabolite between the amino acid and serotonin. So serotonin is the happy chemical. Like when something makes us happy, we produce serotonin. So obviously some of us can lack that. When you're depressed, you're lacking a lot of it. So this is kind of giving you a bit of that as well. So that paired with that, it was just giving me some things I was lacking. So I take one of each for bed now, and I wake up like, not, some days I wake up groggy, but that's because I'm generally tired or just still stressed. Whatever's making me anxious or stressed is still going to be there. Like stuff like this doesn't take that away. It's still there, it's still out there, but these just help cope with it better in a natural way. So yeah, so melatonin helps with sleep, and then this helps you sleep as well. I think some people just take that on its own to sleep, whereas because I discovered this first, but then Riz recommended that, I just took them both together and they work fine. No health issues, no nothing. But yeah, I do feel like when I've took these ones as well, I do wake up in a more positive mind frame, which is always hard to do. I'm not always positive. It's not some miracle cure that makes me happy every day, but I think sometimes when I've not took it, I've noticed that I was a little bit more like, don't want to get out of bed today, a bit moody. So yeah, I really highly recommend them. Or some people even say lavender, nice lavender spray sprayed on your pillows and around your bed, on your mattress, on wherever. Helps, it's calming and nice. It smells beautiful. Spray a bit of lavender, put a bit of meditation music on, take your melatonin, and away with a fair as you go. And hopefully they help you sleep if you do struggle sleeping. Some people, like my partner, says lavender just helps him sleep. I'd probably need to lay in a meadow of 1 billion lavenders to make me sleep, because I need obviously my tablets. Like lavender alone does not make me sleep, but it's still calm, it's still beautiful, it still makes me feel a little bit like I'm looking after myself when I spray it around at night time. So I got that from Glastonbury. It was about £10.99. But anyway, I do that. I think Avon do like a sleep bed aid. Yeah, because some people say to me, if you struggle to sleep, use the spray. I'm like, I've used loads before. It does not work on its own. I cannot just have that on its own. So last thing I was going to mention, so now I've kind of gone on about stuff on the outside, well, with the skincare and things like that, but then you could do something from the inside out. So your vitamins, biotin. This contributes to the maintenance of healthy hair and skin along with energy. So these I was taking when I started Olaplex. So them together made my hair grow really well, my skin look really well, like a glow from the outside, from inside outside. So yeah, if you feel like you are really needing help with your skin, your nails, your hair, try some of the products I've said, but also try with vitamins. Vitamins are really good. People say it's just expensive wee because we take it and we are out, but you know what, I think that expensive wee works. So also B12, feeling energyless, if you don't sleep well and you didn't want to try any of the other stuff, take a vitamin to just make you a little bit alert in the day. So B12 contributes to energy yielding metabolism to support the reduction of tiredness and fatigue. So I've stopped using as much as them because I sleep better now with my tablet stuff, so I don't need them as much. But if there's a day where, or time, I know I'm gonna need energy, if I've got a long day doing something, I mean at the minute I've not, it's not like I'm working loads, going here, there, everywhere, But if I was, or say even like on holiday or a festival or something, and I know I just need that little bit of pep me up that I might be lacking because I've had a bad diet, or yeah, bad sleep or stressed or whatever, keep on the vitamins. And then yeah, some more just your general ones. So I've got the multivitamin with cod liver. That's because I'm trying to exercise a lot more at the minute, and my knees are creaking, my ankles are hurting, my shins are hurting, so I need a lot of more vitamins to look after my body. Again, if you're hungover or just not feeling well but you need to do stuff, vitamin C, these ones that you drop in the water and it all fizzes up and you give it a stir, they don't taste too bad, but once you've downed it, within an hour you're going to feel a spring in your step. These kind of tablets got me through Glastonbury every time I was hungover from drinking too much, eating crap and walking loads around. Like, these carry me through every kind of holiday and festival, and I can't live without them. Another one for skin, but for vitamin wise, is hyaluronic acid, so you can actually take it in tablet form as well. So yeah, if you didn't want to invest in the cream, you're more of a tablet person, maybe take the tablets, or if you really want to do well, take both, depending on how much you can afford, of course. But that is it. So other than general, actually, best friend, cheap friend, water. I was really poorly once with lady issues down below. I drank so much water. I was probably drinking this like an hour. And after a few days, someone come and knocked on the door and see me, and they was like, "Whoa, your skin looks amazing. You are glowing." Literally, it was the first thing they said to me, and I was like, "Oh, all I've done is drank water for 3 days." Like, so yeah, it just gives you again that glow from within. So if you can't afford a lot of anything else, and your skincare, you know, it's not really expensive, but it's going to do you well, you still want to treat yourself a little bit more. We are made up more of water than anything else, so stay hydrated. I'm terrible with my own advice. I could give good advice, but I don't always take it. Like I said, I don't do these steps every day. I'll try to stick on top of them. Some days I'll have a really good self-care day and I'll do it all and I'll feel great. And then other days I slip up and I don't do nothing for a few days and I could be a bit lazy. But yeah, so water is just really good. It keeps your body healthy, your mind healthy, less headaches, and it's really good for your skin. So I think that's about as many kind of high maintenance beauty tips I can give, and they're the stuff I've learned, even learning all the time. There's just so much to learn. I wish my brain was a sponge and it absorbed everything, because as I'm getting older, I'm getting forgetful and I just want to know everything. Like, there's just so much to learn. And yeah, so if anyone's got any beauty tips that you should let me know, please let me know. I'm a sucker for it. Like I said, I'm 34, 35 this year, and usually I just say age is a number. I'm getting wiser and I'm quite happy getting wiser, but now I'm noticing makeup don't go on as good anymore, and I'm just noticing, you know, things slipping a little bit. Like, I just love to stay young looking forever. So yeah, give me any of your beauty tips, I really appreciate it. And just let me know if anything's worked for you, or let me know if you've got any questions, see if I can help. Like I said, I don't know everything. I only know what I know. I can't offer every skincare brand under the sun, because my knowledge just doesn't spread that far, unfortunately. So but yeah, let me know and I'll speak to you all soon.